city security yet. That's your big idea, huh? Giving every Yahoo out there a license to roam the streets armed?
APB is a really interesting, sometimes fun, and very troubled online shooter. It's hard to say whether you could call it massively multiplayer since there are only 80 players in each instance, but no matter what you call it, APB has moments of pure team-based brilliance. You and a couple other teammates might be hanging out the window of a speeding SUV, driving through pockets of urban warfare while shooting at escaping criminals. That's an indelible kind of moment. Unfortunately, APB is also loaded with problems. Weapon imbalances and troubling team matchmaking make the early hours really frustrating. And even once you get used to APB's unique take on team-based combat, a focus on camping and monotonous objectives can let the wind out of your sails. There's a chance APB could grow on you thanks to its incredible customization tools and those scattered bits of intensity. But there are multiplayer shooters out there that offer consistently exciting battles on a larger scale than APB's typically small-scale shootouts. And those games don't require you to pay additional fees for in-game playtime. So APB ushers you into its world by presenting its best asset first, character customization. The initial tools for making your character look unique are very robust, and they expand once you start toying with the different tools available in the game's social district. Over time, you unlock various clothing items, vehicles, decals, and more. Then, at various terminals, you can use a variety of awesome tools to pimp out your personal ride, make a cool hat, give yourself some tattoos and piercings, and even create a little tune that your victims hear when you mow them down. You've never seen a game that offers so many ways to give yourself a visual identity. And if you don't have confidence in your own artistic talents, the player marketplace is stuffed with content that you can buy either with in-game cash or real money. At least visually speaking, you'll make a mark on the world. The question is then whether this is a world worth making a mark in. You enter the city of Sanparo as either an enforcer or a criminal, and then you pledge to the various contacts scattered around the city. In turn, they send you and your teammates on simple missions, and then match you with an opposing team of the other faction who try to stop you or avoid you stopping them. To APB's credit, your contact will always be sending the team leader multi-part missions, so there's never a lack of something to do. However, the missions themselves get old pretty quickly. In terms of mission variety, you've seen most every task you'll ever do in a couple of hours. The mission descriptions and contact dialogue gives just the barest bit of context for what you're doing, so there's no real reason to feel invested in your particular task, which might entail defending or capturing a particular point, or defending a VIP. While you might run into 8 versus 8 battles or even larger, more often it might be 4 on each side, engaging in small-scale deathmatches as you move from waypoint to waypoint. The shooting feels like a twitchy third-person shooter. It's pretty standard, but feels a bit old and weightless, and you do the same amount of damage no matter what part of the body you shoot, so don't worry about making headshots. When you first start playing, expect to be frustrated. A lot. The game will often match you up with superior teams with upgraded weaponry that know all the camping spots and won't hesitate to mow you down over and over again. As it happens, you'll unlock new weapons and weapon upgrades over the course of time. But even once you get used to the shooting, the unbalanced nature of weapons is intrinsic to the game. Obviously, a smart team with unenhanced weapons will still be able to conquer a less organized group sporting better guns. But a gun with upgrades to its rate of fire, accuracy, and reload rate is better than the same gun without the upgrades, and the player with a better gun gets the upper hand. The frustrations continue with tasks such as having to capture a point when the opposing team has already arrived there. Smart tactics can bring down a team that's camping the capture spot, but that doesn't make it much fun. If you stick with it, you'll get used to the shooting and be one of the guys with the better gun. When things click into place, you'll be seeing APB at its best. There's nothing like mowing down your bounty while hanging out a car window, or watching a vehicle explode and taking an opposing driver along with it. It's also fun to drive over an enemy with your truck, knowing he's hearing your personal death theme at the same moment. Not that it's always fun to be driving. Like most of APB's mechanics, it takes time to get used to the feel of the vehicles. It's best to stick with your own personal vehicle, but you can hijack most vehicles in the game. Unfortunately, some of them feel clunky, others feel super slippery, and there's always a slight delay between your button press and the vehicle's response. You get used to it, and eventually you'll be whipping around town on wheels, but you have to work past the discomforts. In the end, you might have fun with APB once you grow to understand and work around its foibles, but this is a highly imperfect game that will likely divide players into love it and hate it camps in equal measure. On one hand, you've got these awesome moments like having an 8-man team splitting up into groups of 2, giving chase to runaway foes while they dodge your bullets. You've got these great customization tools that make you feel like a real individual. But you've also got unbalanced weapons and old-fashioned twitch shooting pieced together with repetitive missions that feature small shootouts in large environments. The excitement is sometimes there, but APB is wildly inconsistent and marred by a lot of frustrations.